Hey everyone, it is I, Cinephile Mike, your friendly neighborhood cinephile, here with day 85 of the 95 Days of Award Season posts. And today, for the fifth film in the Independent Spirit Award Week, I am talking about Owen Kline's Funny Pages. I have to say, Funny Pages is probably one of the darkest and funniest coming-of-age films I have seen in a while. This film is enjoying a sole nomination, unfortunately, at the Independent Spirit Awards for Best Breakthrough Performance for Daniel Zolgadri in the leading role of Robert. Now, it's not a shame that he's been nominated. He's an incredible performer, and I'll get to that a little later. But I thoroughly enjoyed this film and think it's a shame that this was the only nomination it garnered. But let me break it down for you a bit. So, Robert's tale is a tale as old as time. He only has one passion in life. He wants to be an artist, specifically a comic book artist. While working with his teacher and mentor, Robert experiences an unfortunate tragedy that will cause him to go to a bit of an extreme after his mentor is tragically taken away from him in a rather bizarre accident. So, as we do, we break into our mentors' homes and try to take something that will remind us of them, and get arrested, and be brought up on charges. But fortunately, he is let off, and is able to keep the possessions. I mean, he is a high school student after all. But after this event, he realizes he just wants to be an artist. So what does he do? Well, let's drop out of school. He doesn't need to go to school, he explains to his parents. Some of the people I aspire to be, my favorite artists, never finished school. So, he drops out of school, packs up his bags, barters for an old car from his boss at the comic book shop he works in, and leaves Princeton, New Jersey, and travels far away for 20 minutes to Trenton. And for a few $100s a month, he is able to get a room in a very dingy 2-bedroom apartment, and he is going to share this very cramped, almost horror film-esque, excessively hot, basement dingy apartment with 2 middle-aged men. Yes. Between his job at the comic book store and, as it turns out, he actually gets work working for the public defender who got him off of the charges, Robert tries to become the artist that he wants to be. Now, one day while working at the law firm, he has an encounter with another client of the public defender, whose name is Wallace. Now, Wallace is an interesting individual, but the most fascinating piece for Robert is that he learns that Wallace was once an assistant colorist at Image Comics. This is like a holy grail for him. But there are more issues here with Wallace, and those are going to come out and shape the way that Robert behaves. But Robert doesn't care about that now. All he wants to do is have Wallace teach him. I'm gonna leave it there, because I don't want to spill all of the fun twists as Robert attempts to come into his own, but what an entertaining journey it is. Zolgadri portrays his young artistic paramour with just enough millennial attitude to both, one, want to punch him in the face, and yet root for him because he's attempting to do something on his own. And, besides the performance, which was good, I'm actually surprised. The screenplay was very good that Owen Kline wrote. He wrote and directed the film. And the fact that this wasn't recognized, at least by the ISA, for screenplay is a little surprising, because these are the screenplays that they usually eat up like catnip. And in addition, the unhinged energy that Matthew Mayer brings to the role of Wallace is also something that I wanted to highlight and feel should not be ignored. There's a scene where mentor and mentee go head-to-head that is definitely one for the books. And it will leave you with a very interesting conclusion that will stay with you quite literally to the end of the credits. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed Funny Pages because it wasn't afraid to have all of its characters get their hands a little dirty. As is the case when we go through these stories, no one comes out unscathed, whether you are the protagonist of your own story or you're with the people you're with. I give Funny Pages 4 out of 5 stars. Now, you may be wondering, why only 4? Why not 5? You're raving here. Because the film was so short at under 90 minutes, I would have happily spent another 30 minutes watching these relationships build. It's almost like I don't want to go 5 stars because I didn't quite get enough. I want more. Now, if you're interested in seeing Funny Pages, as of this post, your only way to see it is to rent it on most digital platforms. There is no streaming service providing the film, nor is it available for physical copy, again, as of this post. All right, so that is it. Funny Pages. I will see everyone tomorrow as we continue on this 95-day journey. We're almost there, folks. The Oscars are coming. Please remember to join in on the conversations with the polls on the page. It's going to be interesting to see who those winners are. We've had some... There's a lot of races that are tough to call this year. But I digress. Until tomorrow, this is Cinephile Mike saying, take a break and watch something new.